talk a second about stereo. I guess everybody understands stereo at this point, but you are creating a sound, a field, and you're the phantom center. And can you talk about that for a second?
Yeah. It's really, you know, stereo mixing, the actual mixing of the record is an art, and part of that art is psychoacoustics, to give somebody listening in the end the impression that even though there's a speaker here and a speaker there, that the sound is coming from here. There are ways now to make the sound actually come from the sides or from behind you, even though the speakers are in front of you. So I can do certain things in mastering, but I can't create miracles, unfortunately. And one of the problems with Pro Tools, especially people who have earlier Pro Tools rigs who mix within Pro Tools, is that their mixes sound like they're coming out of a pea shooter. They're just so tiny. There are too many plugins, too many phase problems, and then delay problems with different amounts of delay on different plugins, and it becomes this kind of soupy mess that has, it just kind of collapses in on itself, and I think a lot of it has to do with using up the DSP that's in the cards. It's much better now, but mixing is an art. And some people are really great artists, and some people really suck. They really, they can't hear worth a damn. And we get a lot of that. We get a lot of that. I mean, we get stuff in that's distorted, and you just wonder who was listening to it. I did a jazz record recently, and the guy came in, and I said to him, "Did you record this in mono?" No, he didn't. I said, "Well, it's in mono. The whole thing is mono. There's like nothing here. There's nothing there. It's all in the middle." He said, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, it's not supposed to be." Well, he went back and he fixed some stuff, and it was a little stereo, but not really much. And then I saw him a little bit later, and he said, you know, he played it to all of his friends, and nobody even noticed.
I don't think people listen to stereo. I mean, you're spinning, if you're mixing a record, you're panning all the instruments. You want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah, we use panning to create space. I use not just panning, but delays, reverbs, echoes. I mean, just different things to give things actually acoustic space. And so that it's not in mono. One of the great things is in stereo, when you hear really great stereo, it has this really great impact. It's really very powerful. Not to say that a mono recording can't be powerful, but a really good stereo mix is really great, and you get this sense of things being in different places, whereas the ham-fisted engineer, you know, the mix is just kind of everything trying to get as loud as the next thing.
Yeah.